Reggie, before we get into today's segment, is there anything you want to speak on or talk about?
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to our veterans. Happy Veteran Days to all the veterans. And if y'all know a veteran, make sure y'all tell them thank you for their services. And if you can do anything for them, especially for someone in your family, take them to lunch or something like that. Because generally, if you take them somewhere, they get a free meal. So, you know, show support to our veterans because without them, man, man, I, I don't think you'll be able to sleep that night. Because ask those people going on in other countries right now. But secondly, support our t-shirts. They've been doing well, but a lot of people sending us photos, telling us, man, they fit the size and that they are good quality t-shirts, and been telling us thank you for those particular t-shirts and sweat tops. So if y'all can go over there and support that, it'd be greatly appreciated. Other than that, John, let's get going.
Okay. So Diddy is now attempting a third bail. His lawyers are citing that there are similar defendants that face the same charges that were released while awaiting trial, and that's the justification for why he should be released on bail. I wanted to get your thoughts and reaction to him trying yet again.
Yeah. I know some of y'all be like, what John talking about? Third bill? This is his fourth bill. Well, technically, the third bill that y'all may think, because John is absolutely right, this is the third one, the third attempt. But the one where that particular judge that y'all would think would be the third time, because he did ask 3 different judges for it, but that last one wasn't an official one. And but that particular judge, y'all, is going to be the one that I think that might let Diddy out because he's the one overseeing the case. I think it might be a 3% to a maybe 5% chance that this judge may let him out because a lot of YouTubers, and y'all know how I am about YouTubers reporting it, I guess I'm guilty of it too, out there saying that his third bail got denied, and all of that. Well, that's not absolutely true. What it is they made a request for this to the second district, which is like the appeal courts, for that area. But what they did is ask for it to be suspended because they want to take it to that judge that y'all think is the third attempt, which was really just a hearing that was going on that they asked for, but of course he was like, hey, he just kind of shot it down. But he said some things in there to make them think if they answer the questions, he may lean their way. So what's going on right now is this particular judge is going to be ruling sometime this week whether or not Diddy can get out. If that happens, so just so y'all they not tripping, meaning Diddy's defense, because they have an appeal in that they asked to just get set aside or get suspended. So y'all gonna hear 2 more shots where Diddy's trying to get out. So it's really gonna be 5 times that he done went before judges if he doesn't get out. Requesting this bill to requesting bail. I still stand on my belief about bail schedules, that I believe we should have a standard bail schedule because I don't believe rich people should be able to do what Diddy's trying to do. And I don't believe poor people, should have to sacrifice or not get a chance because they're not able to do what, the things that Diddy is claiming to do, to be, one done. Now, I do have a problem with and do understand how the prosecution is trying to tell Diddy, hey, well, the reason why you can't do that because you got money, you got planes, you can do all of that. So it's like a double-edged sword where they're getting Diddy at. But we're not going to discuss that. My concern is, y'all, over here at Bone First, is I want a conscious and, man, if I was one of Diddy homeboys or something like that, I'll be like, dog, you are gambling. Because you keep asking for the bail requests, and the judge right now, they just pretty much saying because you was drug addicted and because of the Cassie video and all of that. It's the reason they're not letting you out. And there's only one victim, right? You only got one victim. One allegation, 3 charges. I know a lot of y'all try to add all those other charges because y'all hear about these civil complaints. Well, it's just one victim with 3 different charges. But guarantee y'all, I'm telling y'all, if they keep pushing these prosecutors, they're going to move quicker than what they want to. And add some more victims and add some more charges to him real quick. And that would be my only advice. If I was Diddy and I was sitting there, I'd be like, leave those motherfuckers alone. Let me sit in here. I don't need them going, hurry up, adding more charges to me because they trying to stack up the case so I can't get bailed out. Is what is about to happen to Diddy, y'all. Now, I did say it's a 3% chance, 5% chance that he may get out. And that's just because they're pretty much basing everything on this because Diddy was a crackhead. You know, I call everybody a crackhead that's on drugs. I know he probably didn't do crack cocaine, y'all, but he's a druggie. Is that a better word for y'all? Okay, I'll use that word. So he's a druggie. If you would have listened to his boy Reggie Wright, I told his ass to go check yourself into a program so they couldn't be able to use that against you. And so you wouldn't be in there going through rehab withdrawals and shit like that. But he didn't listen. So they going to keep using that by saying, we can't trust you. It's obvious you have a drug problem. And that's what's going to keep him in there. I'm saying, 3%, 5% is a low chance. For those of y'all saying, so that means I believe 95% chance that he's not getting out, right? But the main thing I will worry about, and my concern will be about keep pushing for this bill and stuff like that. So I guarantee y'all now it's going to speed up the process for some charges getting stacked on his ass now. So the prosecutor's going to be like, all right, well, y'all keep talking about this one victim, one person. There's only one thing. We got some more victims. We got some more conspirators or conspiracy. Yeah, some motherfuckers, some co-defendants that need to come in there with you. And we was trying to wait to get the case better and stronger, but you keep pushing us. We'll go ahead and throw up some more cases and rush this up for you. Yeah, y'all. That's what's going to happen to y'all boy Diddy. But all I can say is trying to tell y'all that there's 2 different hearings that y'all going to be hearing about in the next few weeks. One's going to be before that one judge, the one that he went before, that was like the 3rd judge that's over. I think his name Judge Carter. It wasn't Carter. Carter was the 2nd one. It's the one with the Arab last name or something like that. He's going to be the one that's going to decide. If he shoots Diddy down and continue to say no, then that's when they're going to ask for the suspension to be lifted. And then the appeal one will be the one to decide. And that's where he gets his 3 to 5% chance from me, because it's obviously, especially if he's in a program while he's in the jail or, for whatever, and the doctors are saying he's not in there going through no withdrawals and he's been okay. And the judge going to be like, he's been in there now for 2 months and he's been okay. Maybe he kicked the habit. And to be honest, that's about all that I see a reason that a man shouldn't get a bail, is that he was still a druggie and would be subject to do, the violent crimes or the acts. They haven't really brought up the blowing up the car stuff. The witness intimidation part, I think his defense attorneys, to be honest, is doing a great job of explaining what happened on that. And did y'all catch the last thing, though? The most important thing that they said? And haven't y'all noticed somebody been real motherfucking quiet on the internet lately as far as doing major platforms? If they said he's been trying to bribe security guards, his security staff. Don't know who that could be. Is it Roger Bonds? Is it Gene? Is it Big Joe? Speaking of Big Joe, we'll be talking about Big Joe tomorrow, y'all. interesting stuff has came out about Big Joe.
Reggie, we talked a couple weeks ago about when Diddy and his bodyguard were sued. I think the bodyguard's name was Big Joe. It came out recently that he has now sued that accuser for $100 million, sued her and her lawyers, including Gloria Allright, and that he sued her on the grounds of defamation. I wanted to see if you saw that and if you had any thoughts and if you agreed with his position on that.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I saw it, and I definitely agree. If he's innocent and he wasn't the one on that tape, and the way we all have crucified him on the internet, and even Gene Deal, because Gene Deal has talked about him. That was the gentleman that Gene was talking about on Art's channel, that the victim reached out to him and asked him to get in contact with her, with Big Joe, and he got him on the phone and got him in contact with each other. And so that was on a major platform. We talked about it over here. Other people have talked about it. And if, like he said he ain't worked for Bad Boy Records since 1999. He said he started working for Def Jam. He was over there with the Ops. So he wasn't around them no more since 1999. Why Gene didn't know that, I don't know. But hey, But I think the allegations that she's alleging happened in 2002. So that would show that he hadn't been around her or Bad Boys for 3 years. And if he could prove that, now, whether it's defamation because they made a mistake, you can make mistakes. We have to really research and see what did they actually say. Because I know she was trying to get him to verify that it happened, and was just saying, was this you? Not, this was you, motherfucker. You were the ones that tied me up and that was with me. She was just asking, hey, was that you? Was that you? So is that defamation? I don't know. Did she name him in the lawsuit? I don't think so. So I think he's just really trying to clear his name and throw these things up. But what better way is to clear his name? He has me convinced now that it wasn't him. I'm convinced now that from all the things he's saying, hey, I wasn't around them motherfuckers since 1999. It wasn't me. And if he can say that, then he believe that, because this shit is on tape. Now, the person probably looked for her to ask, was this you? Was this you? That mean that dude wasn't really that visible on the tape. But if he can prove and he know that it wasn't him, I hope he hadn't forgotten about some crazy shit that he done, or like Reggie Wright and forget some dates and timelines that he was around somebody, or she got the timelines wrong and it turned out that it was him, because then she's going to be very angry towards him. And Gloria Allred is not no Rudy Poot ass attorney. She's a media whore. But most attorneys are. If you ever go watch the show The Client, y'all would see how the attorneys are about, being around the camera and being on the camera. But, she has also said that she knew about the text messages and all of that, where it was supposedly been, we had even heard we'll give you, with the boyfriend, that I'll give you some money if you come and testify and verify all of this stuff. That's the case that this one is, y'all. The one with the bodyguard and the boyfriend and the girl that woke up, that said she woke up and she saw the video, been sold stuff, and she noticed her hands was tied up with a bag and all of that. For those of y'all don't know which case it is, that's the one with that young lady. And it's going to be interesting. But I do, and I am in agreement with people, that if you just outright lying on people and making stuff up on people, then yeah, defamation for people that has money. Even because the chick obviously don't have no money, but she about to get some money from Diddy, and Gloria Allred has some money. And so if they did accuse that man, which is going to be interesting to see, and I'm pretty sure Gloria Allred will be coming out real soon saying, hey, we never accused him of it. We just asked a question. Other people, the internet is the one that started, naming Big Joe as the one. Y'all need to go after them. Because as I remember on the particular, as I read it, in my memory, it was all speculation about Big Joe. I don't remember them actually saying Big Joe was the one. Just that she had texted him, asking him, and asked Gene Deal, hey, Gene, get me in contact with this guy. I need to talk to him. Is that defamation? I don't know. I just wish people that's been always doing documentaries and stuff like that, accusing me of murder and stuff like that, wish they had a pot to piss in. Or wish they had got an attorney like a Gloria Allred to say some shit like that. Because I sure would have sued the shit out of them. But just like when people always ask, why nobody ever sued Jaguar Wright? Nobody ever sued Jaguar because she telling the truth. No. Number one, you ain't going to get no attorney to sue somebody. That's what they call judgment proof. That's the first thing they go to do. If we do get a judgment against this person, how are we going to get the money? Do they have a house? Do they have royalty somewhere coming down the train? How are we going to get the money? Because what good to have a judgment against somebody if you can't collect? So that's why a lot of people don't get sued. But Jay-Z and Beyonce and all of them, they went at the Piers Morgan very quick, right? Because he got some money. He got revenue streams. And they sent him a letter, and he acquiesced very quick, very fast. But I know we're talking about Diddy. We ain't talking about Jaguar. I'm just trying to explain to y'all why people sue people, and then some people that they don't sue because of judgment proof. Research that, y'all. Learn about that.
Okay. Courtney Burgess, a guy who famously went to the grand jury and then did a string of interviews talking about the video evidence that he has and all that stuff. He's been asked to return to the grand jury. Did you see that? And if so, do you have any thoughts on why the grand jury might want to talk to him again so soon?
Yeah. Courtney Burgess. What is that nigga real name, y'all? I done heard people call him Gene Burgess. I done heard him deny that Courtney is just Burgess is just his stage name or his artist name or his his professional name. What is that nigga real name? Wonder who can outscoop that and find that out about him. All right. Courtney must have promised them. Because y'all got to remember, y'all keep listening to people on the internet and all of that, and I be saying stuff, and people be in the comment section. He said this person had that, and you need to look at interviews way back, and he accused LeBron James and this person. And I'll be like, all right, okay. Motherfuckers say anything on the YouTube or the internet. But what did that motherfucker say before that grand jury? And as I told you, people, he never said that he had in the possession at that time those flash drives with those, with those sex acts, especially with 2 kids. And he said possibly a 3rd kid. The 8 celebrities he supposed to have on tape. He said he didn't have them no more. He said he saw them, but he don't have them. Kept telling y'all that. Well, I think either somebody on the grand jury or somehow it done came up to verify that question, or he had promised them that he was going to go and try to get it and get those tapes. But I tell you what, if he had one of those things, if he said he had one of those things, they would have not be subpoenaed him. The U.S. Marshals, FBI, Homeland Security, somebody would have been kicking in his doors that day at his house. Because why? What is that possession of, y'all? It's called when you send kids under 18 and you got them and you saying you got that possession of that and all of that. No, bring that shit here right now. Have it delivered here by such and such date, such and such time. Is how they would have came at him. All right. Let me explain to y'all how a grand jury proceeding work. Because I think most of y'all, because we watch TV a lot, right? We watch Law and Order, all that. We think that's how that goes on. A grand jury proceeding, y'all, and that's why you get all of the, a good prosecutor could prosecute a ham sandwich or whatever. You know, I think Johnny Crocker once said that. Indict a, you know. All right, let me explain to y'all. So once a year, they have a panel. Some states is 6 months, some are counties. It's actually counties. It's 6 months, some is a year. Where you go and be this juror on the grand juror. They hear all type of cases in that county for whatever time period that they, you know, are served to be chosen to be on the grand juror. So they hear all type of cases daily, you know, or of different cases, not the same particular case. They have a case one day for Reggie, one day for John, one day for, you know, Sue, one day for Alan, or whatever. They're hearing all the cases. And so they have those dates. So they do that for about a year or 6 months. And guess who do y'all think be there? The only person be there is the prosecutor and his team, the DA office. And they presenting to the jurors why they think they should get an indictment. The defense attorney has no rights to be there. The defendant has no right to be there. And so they go and they hear all of this evidence, and then that's when they come out to the indictment. They have the, you know, like in court, a juror can't get up and say, hey, Your Honor, what happened? What about this? Now, once they go into what they call, you know, to adjourn, you know, when they're going to decide whether you're guilty, and I'm talking about a juror, just a regular juror, they can ask the judge to have this read back or whatever. But in a grand jury setting, you just sit there. And you can ask questions, you can interrupt while I'm talking and say, hey, well, what about this, Mr. You know, what about this? He said this. They can ask questions and everything. It's very, very, very informal. And the only person there is a court reporter, the DA and his staff, and the people that's on the grand jury for that county, for that area. So just so y'all can know that. So what I'm suspecting has happened on this is, one, he promised to either bring something back, which I don't think that was the case because they wouldn't have gave him that long. They would have been like, if you got it, you got a day or whatever to drop this off at the Homeland Security, the FBI, or whatever investigator is handling the case for the U.S. attorney, the deputy U.S. attorneys. But I'm thinking one of the grand juries, because they're about to indict somebody or add some more charges to Diddy's case. But they had some more questions. There's something that they wanted answered before they decide whether they're going to send out more indictments. What it is, I don't know. If it's more, well, I'm on record. I'm telling y'all. Thanksgiving, Christmas, motherfuckers is getting indicted. I think I got up to 8 people getting indicted by Christmas. And one of Diddy's sons, for sure, is definitely going to be one of them. But I'm not saying this one time. I'm just saying up until Christmas. But for them to still have a grand jury going on the case, y'all don't hear about KVD having a grand jury on that case. It's still going on, do y'all? Because they always, you know, Reggie, you go on, you gonna be next. Y'all don't hear about that, right? But we done heard about Diddy's being in jail, indicted, and a grand jury testimony still going on. Because somebody else, they're going to either add more, well, they're definitely going to add more charges to Diddy. But definitely, I believe, put my reputation on the line, my word, that more people or somebody else will be indicted real soon. And so that's what's going on with Mr. Burgess. He either was supposed to bring something else to him, or that grand juror, that person in there, have some more questions for him that they needed cleared up. And so that's why he'll be going back this week or whenever he's subpoenaed to go back to court, John.
Okay, one thing I noticed, Reggie, in a TMZ article where they were talking about Diddy trying to go for his third bail, which I know we talked about in a segment a couple days ago. But one thing I noticed in there is they said that Jane Doe or defendant number one, or however they referred to her, which everybody knows is Cassie, they said this person is not a victim. They were in a relationship for over 11 years with Diddy, and that he paid $30 million to buy to buy a tell-all book that Cassie was going to put out. Did you see that, and do you have any thoughts? Because I know myself personally, I thought there was a lawsuit, which we know there was a lawsuit, but I thought the settlement was for $30 million. I didn't know the settlement was to stop her from putting a book out.
That's breaking news. That's information that most of us haven't heard. You know, I know y'all gonna be, we heard it, yeah, motherfuckers, because y'all heard it, read it on TMZ just like John did. But prior to that, we all thought it was for a settlement after the lawsuit from the next day, right? So, hey, that's good lawyering. I done been around those lawyers, man, those David Kenners and them of the world. And that's how they were able to justify it and to get him to go ahead and pay for it. So it makes sense. It makes sense. It's crazy to me that she would take a chance. Take a chance if we believe anything about the Kim Porter thing. Like, well, shit, I don't know. Kim Porter tried to do a tell-all book, allegedly. And we see what allegedly happened to her, right? So I guess Cassie was, and her little trainer boyfriend was like, I got you, baby. I got you. You ain't gonna be no Kim Porter shit over here. Man, hey, that's breaking news, John. Hadn't heard it. I know it's gonna be all over by time. Y'all gotta remember, we tape Sunday. We tape on Sundays. It's November the 10th. I know all of y'all gonna be in the comment section. Yeah, this is old news. We heard it. Okay. November the 10th, November the 9th, y'all ain't heard that bullshit. So good catch, John. And so I probably should have started off talking about this Monday, but we elected to do it on this particular day. And so yeah, that's interesting. That's a maneuver. That's just a legal maneuver. I don't know why Diddy, like I said, he knew about this. He knew. That's why he was shouting her out at the BET Awards in June. He knew that shit wasn't right with Cassie. And Cassie was threatening to nail. What y'all don't know is generally before you're supposed to sue somebody, you got to write them a letter and tell them that you're planning on doing it anyway. So Diddy knew that it ain't like he just woke up and got a file. He woke up on that particular day and found out, damn, those motherfuckers really did file. But he knew she was starting to do it. Now, whether he thought, because y'all got to remember, niggas, dudes, think about y'all in your relationship. You think you got your woman head, right? You think when she was with you, you could tell her to, hey, stop at McDonald's and pick me up a Big Mac and all of that. And she'd be like, I'm tired. I want a Big Mac. And she'll go and get it, right? So that's how we all feel about our females, that, whatever I tell them, they're going to do. So Diddy really felt that way still about Cassie, even though I think she was already married. He really felt he still had her head. He could get her to do anything. Until that lawsuit was filed. Then he was like, oh, whoa. And then that's when they came up with this legal maneuver to have it spelled out that way. We all thought, I always thought, if y'all see some of my old interviews, guarantee y'all, I told y'all that the insurance company is the ones that made him do it. Because I know that insurance companies that you have also make you sell cases and stuff like that. Because they, right now, he probably up to $5 to $10 million already in legal fees. So sometimes a law firm will tell you, or the people that's got, the insurance company be like, man, we're going to spend $10 million to fight this case. Give her ass $5 million and let this go away. And I'm just throwing out numbers. I know those weren't the actual numbers, but that's how stuff do work, y'all, behind the scenes. That's why a lot of people do say, I wasn't guilty. I just settled. That's why a lot of guys take criminal cases. Like, God damn, I knew I could have beat this case or whatever, but was it worth 15 years when they talk about 2 years? Hell no. Diddy, if they offer you 10 to 15 years, dog, take it. Hey, I know you Cone boys is listening. Tell your daddy 10 to 15 years and they're going to leave your money alone. Take it, dog. You'll be 65, 70 years old by the time you get out. You have another 10 years to live. Hey, y'all say Donald Trump gonna let him go. Donald Trump ain't letting nobody go. Well, no person like that. Until January the 19th, 2028. On his way out. On his way out. He gonna let a whole bunch of motherfuckers out. I always give people bad credit and say, oh, he let black folks out. Donald Trump let black folks out and he let people out. I'll have John put up some research data that we found where Obama get a bad record, y'all. A bad jacket. Look how many people Obama pardoned. Look at how many people Ronald Reagan, Carter, Bush 2, and Clinton and Trump pardoned. Obama pardoned more than all of them put together, y'all. Didn't know that. There's something to throw out.
I know, Reggie, that you had mentioned that this ordeal is going to drain Diddy, that he's going to go broke through this process. I just wanted to get your thoughts on, he listed a $61 million mansion in Beverly Hills that evidently there's news stories now out saying that he can't sell it, that basically no one wants to purchase that home because of what the rumors are went down in that house. Do you feel that's a sign when you start dropping assets that he's freeing up cash, or is he just doing like what you said he should do in the beginning and try to liquidate?
Well, he was trying to liquidate, I even think, before he even got arrested. As I remember, things were listed. But it'll blow over. Somebody will come and buy it. That's just the real estate agent, because he's probably like, is you sold yet? It's sold yet? And so, shit, right now the real estate agent like, well, we need to drop it $10 million. We need to drop it that, because they just trying to get that commission. That's all they care about. And this is the new crazy law in California now where they can only get so much anyway, or so much of a percentage anyway. So they just trying to get that money and get it and move on to the next thing. So, man, that's just a $60 million houses, $100 million houses, and all that takes a while to sell. They just don't go on the market and then it'd be a line waiting for them. It takes a while. But some rich motherfucker will come in town and buy it and love it and clean it up. They needed some fresh paint, some new stuff, and it's good. It might be some older people that's rich, because that's generally the people that's rich that would, be like, oh, I don't want to be there. And it could be a lot of reasons they don't want to be there because of, That part too. But hey, it's but it's gonna be some athlete, some rich athlete, some new Laker or Ram or Charger or some new rapper. They're gonna be like, shit, man, I throw some paint on that move. This was Diddy house, you know. It's just like, yeah, somebody will buy it. But for that to be reported is just to bring up information again that the house is for sale. Uh, but more importantly is, hey man, that's a small market of people that can afford to buy a $60 million house. And buying a $60 million house in LA right now is a little bit harder because they have a new tax that rich people, once they spend over $5 million, they got to pay an extra tax. You can only use so much water. And so, people go out to Calabasas or Santa Barbara or Malibu or somewhere, Huntington Beach. That's where I would go. Not Huntington Beach, but that area, Newport Beach. If I ever got rich, I would be in Newport Beach area. But there's places like that. I mean, spots like that is just hard to come by. Buyers is hard to come by. And but somebody will. And he just got to be patient. And when one real estate agent keep telling you that, just fire that person's ass and move on to somebody else because they just trying to pressure you to make a deal. Will be my only take. But yeah, once you start missing payments and you know that your money is slow, when you're letting your son car, Bentley get repoed and all of that, then that show you that money problems is coming. And or you just being selfish, like just take care of my stuff or whatever. There's some issues coming where it's to the point where now it's just like, okay, I just need lawyer bills paid, investigator bills paid, and have this money set aside just in case some crazy judge want to bail me out. But that would be my only take. Is that, hey, I done had a $2 million house where the real estate agent was like, well, if you drop it another $200,000, and they be already having somebody ready to buy it. That's just a game that they play. Because I said, well, I can get it for probably 1.8. He wants 2 million, but I can probably get it for 1.8. If I tell him that, then he comes to you and be like, hey man, it's a little high. I bet you I have this house sold in 30 days if you drop it down to 1.8. It's just shit like that's going on. Then you got to be leery of. But if you're still able to make the payments, then you just wait it out. Will be my only advice. But once that motherfucker go into foreclosure, then they know you're in trouble. Yeah. Usually, I tell y'all, a telltale sign to when you know some people are having money problems. Look at the line. Boy, the line is always the first to go. They do not take care of their yard when there's a money problem. The trees are not getting trimmed. The grass is yellow. And so when y'all start seeing that over there at the Combs residence, the money troubles has hit. Yeah.
So, on Cam Capone's YouTube channel, he interviewed Brick Baby.
Uh-oh.
I wanted to know if you saw any of the segments or if you saw any of the interview and if you have any thoughts or feedback about it.
Oh, boy. I don't know what's wrong with you youngsters, man. You new perk heads, rappers. Y'all funny to me. I don't know. I mean, if you're trying to be Orlando Brown, I don't know. Gangsters, Orlando Brown is an actor, so I get why he act like that, or Charleston White and all of them, Fucking Brick Baby supposed to be a gangster, right? Or as my boy Lou Scanner called him, polka butt or something like that. That's some funny shit. But only thing I got to say about Brick, I'm one of the weird niggas. I told you, I don't know much about him. To anything about him. If it wasn't for him being over there on No Jumper. But when I saw this and I was like, what? Why do This dude supposed to be a gangster. How is these 60 Crips and them letting niggas get on YouTube saying stuff like this?
You feel like Gucci Mane dropping all those artists?
Gucci Mane got some good pussy.
Huh?
Yeah, Gucci Mane got some good pussy.
Did y'all hear what that nigga said? Do y'all know he plays Boosie with the P word? How can a man be on YouTube and say something like that? Do you get that high off of perks where you can let even something like that come out of your mouth? All right. But then the dude that you've been doing rap videos and you on his channel and all of that, who I told y'all, he's fighting. He's trying to, by 2025, he will definitely be out of the closet that he's in a bisexual, a homosexual relationship. I don't believe in bi, so excuse me for saying that word. A man that's doing that, you homosexual, which is fine because he's telling us. Nobody can tell me that this man, Adam 22, is not a DL. He's been telling us that he's gay. Look what he writes to his boy. Look what he posts. He put the rainbow and tell him, he's proud of him with the rainbow. I don't get it, y'all. And these are our influencers, our content creators. I'm going to have to start questioning some of the people that going over there hanging out with him and doing interviews and being on the channel. I have to start questioning all of them. Can't be around with people like that. Don't play with me like that. Don't play like that. We got kids, man. We got kids. That I don't know. I'm from a different era, y'all. I know. We don't play like that. The ones that were like that would do that way. Or you hid it. You didn't joke about that. But I know you make a lot of jokes to try to see if it's going to be acceptable. That's what's going on, y'all. Shout out, Big Baby. Play it one more time, John. What that man say?
You feel like Gucci Mane dropping all those artists?
Gucci Mane got some good pussy.
Huh?
Yeah, Gucci Mane got some good pussy.
Fees bomb first.
Okay. We heard about this a while ago, and I'm embarrassed to ask it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. A comedian by the name of Tommy Too Smooth did an interview. I'll put the channel that he did the interview with in the description because I can't remember it offhand. But he told the story where he said that Michael Jackson, of all people, beat up Tupac one night. And that he witnessed this or he heard about it or something. Something happened where he thought this was factual. Did you see this going around Instagram? And if so, do you have any thoughts?
John, I told you don't ask me that question. That's been floating around for about 4 or 5 weeks, right? Yeah. And I've been seeing y'all in the conversation. I knew John was gonna make me address that question now. And so that show y'all right there, me and John don't rehearse questions because I definitely wouldn't allow them to ask me that question, but we must be short on questions for this week, y'all. So that's me taking my shot at John. Oh, y'all, man, come on, y'all. This dude saying that Michael Jackson beat up Tupac. All right. Well, when, y'all? What were Tupac people? Michael don't even like touching his own kids. He gonna touch another man and be fighting for him? Fighting another man? Michael was very germophobic, y'all. Michael wore masks before masks was before we thought masks was cool, y'all. Michael gloves. Michael was not like that, y'all. I know y'all say Michael was a crip because y'all got another video where he did a music video, and y'all see him throwing up some gang signs. Probably didn't know what the hell he was throwing up. He just took some pictures with some dancers, and so y'all want to make him a crip. So okay, cool. Michael's not like that. But y'all know Tupac would have talked about that if he had an altercation with Michael, y'all. The only issue that Tupac ever said that he had with Michael was that, he was mad, that I ever heard. I heard this myself. He was mad because after the taping of Poetic Justice, and we all know Janet was married or in a relationship at that time, but he thought him and Janet was going to be cool. Going to be like partners, hang out, like he was with Jasmine and all of them, I guess, And she changed his phone number and never reached out and got him her new number after that. After the, I guess the, what you call that? The screening or whatever. That's the only problem I ever heard Tupac having with the Jackson family, and he always felt that it was, and then, of course, she made him take the HIV test and all that stuff because Michael told him to do that. We heard those stories, right? So Michael gonna go defense for Quincy Jones. Rest in peace to Quincy Jones. Even though I know you were the first Diddy, but well, with the little boys, well, okay. But rest in peace. But oh man, yo, I don't know. I address it. I never heard the story. And y'all done heard everything about Tupac. Y'all know Big Sight. Somebody was around him at that time. Tupac did not, he very, very, very rarely rode around alone, especially somewhere, very, very, very alone. So he definitely wouldn't have been around in the areas by himself at an event where Michael Jackson would have been. For this would have been worldwide news if Michael Jackson got into a fight, y'all. Come on, y'all. Why do y'all let people... I hope it's a comedian channel. I really hope it's a comedy channel or somebody that's trying to be funny or something like that, that's making the allegations and saying this stuff. And so unfortunately, we have to address situations like this. And y'all gonna be like, oh, I know, like, you wasn't around, how you know he didn't like you and all of that. I would have just said we would have heard about it. I wasn't around you. I hired motherfuckers to be around you. Yeah, 4 to 5 different people. The only time I really dealt with him was like that. It's when me, Suge, and everybody was with him. But either Yasmin or him calling me, Reg, I need security. So I need security here at this time, such date, such time. That's how it went. But he didn't like you, Reggie. All right. Y'all funny. Me and Pac ain't never had no problems. But hey, okay.
I know the election is over, but there was a pretty infamous Trump rally at Madison Square Garden in New York, and Harry O was one of the speakers. I know we didn't get to touch on this at the time that it happened before the election, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it now. If you had any thoughts, that is, on him, preparing a speech or whatever to campaign for Trump.
Yeah. He let him out of prison, so I definitely understand why he did that. And I don't have no problem with him going, I don't have any problems with any of y'all supporting who you support. That's your call. Guess we didn't listen to James Brown, right? We all should have listened to James Brown, then we probably would have known. And that it's a man's world, right? But so yeah, shout out and And congratulations to Donald Trump. Hope you do the right things and do everything that you say you're going to do, because it benefits me personally. With you being in office, I just a Democrat because people that I love that's in my life that benefit from a lot of things that the Democrat parties supposedly push. But I don't have no immigrants in my family, so I, I guess I have to find a white guy or a black guy to know how to cut my grass and clean my house. Oh man, I'm just joking, y'all. But anyway, but yeah, fucking, speaking of Harry, I heard some audio that my boy Wack 100. And me and Wack relationship is to the point where, yeah, he's cool with Harry. So obviously him and Harry is cool. And so, I would never try to tell a man, just like he was what he was doing with Keefy D, who you should be cool with and who you should not be. And I would never let nobody tell me who I should be cool with and who I should not be cool with.
And shit. And all I said about that man over there on the other side is that a cop got on there. There was a fucking cop during the time on your live and said that nigga was right. That's what I said.
Wait,
That's what you tried to respond with.
no, you tried to say blood was telling, and you playing with something that's out your league.
I said based on what your boy said on your live. I never heard that until your live.
And on my live, I checked it, did I not? So why you bringing it up? I checked on my live. But if you want to play with it, hey, look, bro. Hey, bro, I'm really trying to look out for you, bro. If you want to play with that man, play with him.
Play with what? The man said that man ain't even gonna deny it.
Who ain't gonna deny it?
That's what your boy Reggie Wright said on your live.
Bro,
He said that.
I said, Reggie, do you got work? No, I don't. Then nigga, what you talking about, bro? That ain't no work. That's an attorney call that don't say shit. Where the work, nigga? You got it? No. Okay, then what you talking about? You got the recording of him doing that? No. Then I checked it right then. But if you want to play with that Harry, nigga, play with him. He is who he is.
Shit, somebody like
so that's all you heard. You didn't hear me check it.
I heard you say that, and then I heard him respond right back and say
what?
I said what I said. That's what he said.
He said what? No, he didn't. He said, no, I don't have
that. He never took back what he said.
On your mama, he never said, no, I don't got that.
On my mama, he never took back what he said.
He never said, no, I don't got no work.
After you asked him, he said he ain't looked for no work. He ain't got it. That's what he said.
So at that point in time, you ain't got nothing.
He said he was there.
He was there.
During that time, he said
if you there, you can get to work. If you there, you can get to work.
That's a Reggie Wright conversation.
If you was there, no, I had it though. You coming in here saying it again about this man on my platform, bro.
Nah, I'm saying what I heard on your platform.
Okay, if you don't say what you heard, say everything you heard.
But I'm repeating back what I heard.
Say everything you heard, my nigga. It didn't get checked immediately.
And look, bro, it is.
Yes or no?
You say shit all the time.
No. Yes or no? Blood on power. You already know what's going on.
And so, a lot of y'all be like, well, why you fuck with that nigga? And he just said that. And he saying this. And he pretty much calling you a liar, about Harry and this and that. Well, that's because number one, he didn't know he was in prison. But number two, that's his opinion. That's his friend. That's somebody that he's doing business with or whatever. So that's going to be his opinion. But all I got to say, because I hear they're supposed to be doing a show together, or they might have already done a show together and all of that, is no, I don't have no paperwork that he was down at the grand jury. But tell me y'all ain't never heard that before from anybody other than me. Yeah, I definitely done heard it from Suge Knight. Yeah, I definitely done heard it from Jay Prince. Well, okay, I know we're not the most popular people on YouTube in y'all world, right? But I bet you, I hope Michael Harrio gets on one of these platforms saying that I'm lying on him about being at the grand jury. He say that he didn't leave the California State Penitentiary from a time period of 1998 to about 2000 to go to NBC Los Angeles, downtown LA, and then go back to the state pen, and then get discharged from the state pen, California state pen, into the federal system in 2011. I bet you, I hope he said he didn't go to NBC. Because Reggie Wright, one thing he do is he have receipts and paperwork. Why is that a big thing, Reggie? Okay. It's a big thing because why would you go to NBC? He's complaining that he didn't go to the grand jury on Death Row and Rap-A-Lot Records. So why is that an issue? Why would he go to NBC, the federal penitentiary? He didn't have no more federal cases or anything like that. He had already made this deal. He already knew what he was going to the feds after he got out on the state case. I hope he goes on their show. I hope he said I'm a liar about that. I hope somebody asks him that. And just so he won't go on there and get on this show and doing no lying, just so you won't do that, I'm just going to remind you of some stuff, Ariel, because I don't have no problems with you. I don't want to expose you. I don't want to do it because you know I have all your audios. You know that. From the whole time you was in the pen, talking to different females and your female that passed away on you, rest in peace to her. That was your wife at the time. I have all those conversations between you and your boy Al. I have all of them. But just to show you that I know stuff about you, I'm going to remind you of your CDC number. Show you how Reggie investigates shit. And just so you just don't go calling Reggie out. Because Reggie don't want to go there with you, dog. I told you, that's you and Suge's beef now. I'm out of it. You try to take my house and lie and try to do all of that. But I got all of that. It didn't happen. So that was my angries and my bitter towards you. But if you know if I know this, D97093. You got to keep away on a Randolph Alexander. Randolph Alexander. You know if I know about all of this stuff, you went to CIM first in 88. Your pens were CIM, LAC, SAC, SQ. Man, please, Harry-O. Tell the truth. I'm not saying that you testified on the grand jury. I'm not saying that no more. We know that you can't tell me you didn't, but I'm not going on record to saying that. All I'm saying is tell us why. Why was you at NBC, the feds, where they hold the grand juries and where the FBI agents was meeting from 98 to 2000? Why was you down there? Explain that to us. Any street niggas. I know a lot of you YouTubers, y'all don't understand, or you people in the comments don't understand what I'm saying. Street niggas know what Reggie up here is saying. You don't go from the state to the feds to the state. They don't put you on loan. They do. But when they do that, it's a reason. Ariel, before you get on Wack Show or No Jumper or wherever, calling Reggie a liar, listen to those things I just said. Please, bro. Because you call Reggie a liar and mess with this nigga's reputation and name, he going to expose you. He going to bring out your whole CDC file. I'm going to even tell the story 2 weeks before you was on your way home. And Lompoc, when a nigga knocked you out, unconscious. You know, man, don't mess with Reggie. Leave Reggie alone. You seem like a cool, laid-back dude. I have told stories of a lot of dudes that I did time at Atwall. My boy, can't even think of their names right now. But a lot of those dudes came over there saying, you looked out. You were good people. Everybody said that. And so I'm not going to mess with your name as far as that. All I'm saying, you were mad at Jay Prince and Suge Knight. And you tried to pull them down. You know you did that. You have your reasons for doing that. That's you three beef. You try to take my house. Only reason I ever had something to say about you. If you want to go deeper, we can go deeper. We can do it. Donald only have authorities in the feds. State, he can't help you. Gavin Newsom hates him. So he can't help you in California. So we can play ball if you want to play ball. Peace. John, right quick on. I got my boy Alonzo Williams on there from the Wrecking Crew, the creator. I always tell them he's really, we give Eazy-E a lot of credit for, the foundation and all of that from hip hop and stuff from Compton. But this is a guy that I like to give the credit to, Alonzo Williams. He has a documentary out. He didn't even ask me to help him do this. This is something I wanted to reach out to him and say, hey, Alonzo, can you come on our show and just promote it and tell us about it? And so I have him on the phone. I want to let him talk about that and explain to what y'all need to do and where y'all can go to view it. Tell us a little bit about it. And then secondly, I just wanted to thank him because I know he was one of the ones to spearhead getting Eazy-E, that street in Compton, and getting the street in the city of Compton named after Eazy-E. Don't like the name that they came up with, but I know how Compton is, so he probably had just come up with that name. I wish it would have been called Eazy-E Street, but I don't know what the politics behind that. Maybe he'll get a chance to explain that. But other than that, let's get going. Alonzo, welcome to Bomb First, man. Thanks for coming on. And if you could tell us about your project and that little comment, that little jab I threw about Eazy-E Street.
I made a note already. We got that comment.
All right. So if you tell our people who you are, just to tell them right quick who you are, because once they hear you, then they're going to be like, oh, that's what that is.
So. Alonzo, a.k.a. the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop. I'm the man behind Eve After Dark, Dudo, Skateland, Crew Cut Records, World Class Wrecking Crew, NWA, Captain's Most Wanted. If it came out of Compton, it came through me. I never understood how, I understand, but it was always confused me how Easy got credit for doing something that I started doing 5 years before I did it.
Yeah.
I put him on. How do you get the credit and I put you on? That's all right. People, I've noticed people over the years, people that tend to want to edit history.
Yeah.
And they only want to start history when the West Coast became gangster. We was doing this way before they became gangster.
Well, you did have them in flashy suits and stuff. That's what Eazy always distray about, but we won't go into that.
Well, you know what now? Them flashy suits was the sign of the time. Just like everybody got dreads and tight ass pants trying to get yeast infections right now. Yeah. That's going to be, at some point in time, that's going to be a fad. Them shiny shoes, them Jerry curl, that was all the fad. That's what we went through as youngsters. Yeah. And that was our music at the time, and it just so happened that the same people that was standing next to me wearing shiny suits decided to put on some khakis and some loafers and tell another story, which people know that story not really accurate, but they bought it and I ain't mad at them. But again, it's still, you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. Don't just tell part of it. That's all I had.
You're right.
That's all I asked. I ain't never been ashamed of what I did. Like I told them back in the day, I come from the generation of dramatics and delphonics. I ain't never made a record to impress no man. I was always trying to impress the women. So that was my motivation. And if a Jerry curl and a shiny suit got me what I wanted, I'm good. It's like folks grab folks in chucks and the khaki suits and start telling stories that they didn't really, that really wasn't about that. But it's all good. Yeah. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do. And I'm still the same way today. I still wear hard sole shoes. I ain't got a Jerry curl no more. I'm still the same brother. That's why I can talk to you, your dad, and anybody in the community, because everybody know where I come from. Exactly. I'm the same dude.
Exactly. And you're 100 on that. Yep.
I stay 100 all the time.
Yeah.
And I cannot change who I am. Especially, I mean, I gotta say this to your audience because folks be tripping sometimes. Not you per se, but just people in general. But man, why you didn't do this? Why you didn't do that? People gotta understand that Lonzo is 8 years older than Dre and 12 years older than Q. Okay? So when Lonzo opened the Eve After Dark at 22 years old, Ice Cube was 10. Lonzo had already been doing Alpine Village and English Square and house parties before Ice Cube was still learning his multiplication tables. No disrespect, but it's just a matter of time. Same thing with Dre. I'm 8 years older than Dre. When Dre met me, he came to Eve. He was 16. I was 24, 25. So the numbers just don't match up. When they started doing NWA, I was 28, 29.
Yeah.
How in the hell does a 29-year-old dude become a rookie gangbanger?
Yeah, you're right.
Like a goddamn fool trying to become a rookie gangbanger at 29 years old, especially after everybody, Yellow Ice and all the cats from Pyru, been having my back for not being a gangbanger.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's my dude. I just spoke to him last week. Him and Mother Boy just got out of the pen. So all these cats been knowing me all this time and been rolling with me because back in the day,
You didn't
have to be a gangbanger to survive the streets.
Yeah.
Okay? You can still be non-affiliated but still be associated. You follow me?
Okay, got you. I got you. And I
And that was
agree.
that was the road I chose at that time. And you know, I every chance I get, I'm gonna speak on that because we had a different set of streets back then. All the gangsters knew me, but they knew I wasn't with it. But again, they respected me because my turntables was my hood pass.
You know what? I'm gonna take this interview somewhere else now. So you can tell us, and we just gonna go ahead and do a little segment right here with you, and then tell them, because I know the area you grew up and you had and stuff like that. You was over there with when the West Side Pirates was getting started with Puddin' and all of them. Just tell us how all of that dynamic worked and stuff since you had touched on.
I was over behind Vanguard over Jarvis.
Okay.
Jarvis, Don Turner, Big Monk, all the cats.
But where Dudos and Skateland was in West Side Piru area.
That was West Side Piru, but
Correct.
because here's the cool part. Because me and Yellow Ice was tight, and he lived right there on Central.
Yeah.
He also was my man to do at Eve After Dark, which is on Avalon.
Yeah.
So when I moved to Central, I was already hooked up.
Yeah.
I was already tight. So I could Avalon and Central. Once Avalon is in LA County.
Correct.
Central is
is in Compton. Correct.
Central is in Compton.
Right down the
So
street from Centennial, for those of y'all don't know. Centennial High
Exactly.
School.
So
Yeah.
when me and the Carson sheriff started having problems, and I decided to move out of LA County to Compton. I already had partners over there. In fact, as you very well know, most of the Compton PD, well, a couple of Compton PD was my family.
Exactly. My boy Gator.
So,
Shout out
that's
Philip
how
Bailey. Rest in
Philip
peace.
Bailey?
Yes.
But that's how I got with your dad and Henry Taylor. So I come from my generation is a little bit different. You know, my introduction and my relationships are a lot different than most cats.
Yeah.
You know, I left Centennial behind Puddin' and Donald Garrett, some other cats over there in Pyru. They didn't like ROTC. So I went to Gardena High School, got my diploma, but I was always Compton.
Got you. So you about their age group. You put in them age group, right?
Puddin' was a year older than me.
Okay.
He was in the 12th grade and I was in the 11th.
Okay.
Little Vince, all these cats, they was some of them the same age as me, but I ran ROTC. Okay.
Gotcha.
I always been a square, but I ain't been no punk. And then people think they synonymous. They got you fucked up. Just because you a square don't mean you a punk.
Exactly.
I would fight. I just did that was my calling
That wasn't
card.
what you needed to do.
That
Yeah.
wasn't what I did. I did some other shit. So when I was at Centennial, I just chose not the shit we was about to get caught up. I was about to get real fucked up about it. I just chose not to do that. I said, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm going to Gardena. And that was another good move for me because that's where I met all my music buddies at.
Yeah.
You know, so everything worked out for the better for everybody. And I still came back to the hood, opened Eve After Dark in 1979. Still had all of my relationships in from Pyro, and I still have friends. Now I got friends from Shotgun. I got friends from Shotguns and wherever. I forgot the other hoods over there, but and my brother, he was running with Shotgun, so it just. But I still never got a jacket. I never was.
Well, you was always the DJ, the guy that made
I was always
the
the
music.
DJ, right?
Yeah.
I could go to the front end, do parties.
Yeah.
I could go to Centerview.
Yes.
I go to Watts, and that's the DJ. Don't tell. The DJ got to. That's the same nigga that be doing the noon dances at Bourbon Day. That's the same dude be doing the noon dances at Centennial. So I had the turntables became my past, and when I got to Eve, it was the same thing. So but again, because I come from a different generation and a different mindset, before NWA was accepted, and people forget they weren't always accepted, man. They weren't always accepted. They went through the bullshit. They went through a lot of shit. And it wasn't until '92 when I think when Rodney King, the uprising as they called it, that's when Fuck the Police became national anthem, and people started looking at things in the hood a little bit different, and they started being more accepted. But again, before that, I'd already had, I had 2 or 3 record companies before I even met Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
I was making records before I met Dr. Dre. So it was just, people don't know. That's why I did my new documentary. That's why we're here talking about NWA, Not Without Alonzo. That's my latest documentary. It's doing the film festival. It's on film festival right now. We're doing an online film festival. We won 2 or 3 different awards already. But it shows me, not just from my musical standpoint, just me as a human being. Because anybody know me, I'm cool, I'm smooth, but on the same token, I'm a businessman. I'm gonna do what I got to do to get things done.
Yeah.
And that's what, and people don't know my impact I've had with cats like DOC, Afro Man, Michelet, JJ Fad, D Barnes, all these folks came out there. I had an influence with them, although a lot of them became gangsters. DOC is one of the first cats you're gonna see in my documentary.
Gotcha.
People wonder how you connected to DOC, because Dr. Rock was my DJ in Eve After Dark. Left Eve After Dark on some gangster shit, and moved to Texas. Wrecking Crew blew up. We go to Texas on tour. Dr. Rock formed him a new group called Feel the Fresh Crew, and guess who's in the group? The DOC.
The DOC. Yeah.
So the DOC come back to LA with Dr. Rock. We in the studio making some beats for Feel the Fresh Crew. Next thing I know, Feel the Fresh Crew was gone. DOC is on Ruthless. So what I'm saying is it's a whole lot of networking and a whole lot of connections that have been made to make this West Coast thing pop. And for the most part, I've been in the mix on all of it.
Yeah.
I've been on the mix on 90%.
And like I said at the beginning of the segment, I give you the credit because I know the history, and I always said hands down to Alonzo Williams. And so that's why I want to make sure you come over here on Bomb First just to do it. But mainly, once again, if you can tell people where to go, John appended as well, so they can check out this documentary, because I read something and then something about some voting that needs to be done before, I think, the 15th of November or something like that.
Yeah.
And
the documentary is on. Right now, it's highlighted in a online film festival.
Okay.
B.O. me and my man, I forgot the name of the damn film festival. But it's almost
Hollywood,
it's
something about the Hollywood, but it'll be posted. But y'all can,
I'll
read it.
I have to make sure we repost it.
Okay.
But yeah, you have to download this app, and it's free. Punch in the code. The code is right there.
Yeah.
Once you watch the documentary, just delete the app and keep on pushing. But please vote for it, because I'm trying to get.
And what's the date it has to be done by?
By the 15th.
By 15th of November, correct.
Yeah.
So we want to do that. And then one more thing I want to ask you before you get out here, Alonzo. You had reached out to me a little while ago and told me hey, what's going on with you and Jaguar? How did you get that relationship with Jaguar and her people?
Man, it's just, dude, I'm telling you, I'm connected to everybody. People don't know how deep my connections are. Me and Jaguar's new fiance been partners forever.
Okay.
He's one of my tech guys. And he ran into Jaguar in a barbershop. That's the story that he just told me the other day. He was in a barbershop, and that's when she was getting her hair shaved on one side. And he asked the barber to hook her up, and he did. And just so it happened, my boy's going through a divorce. Jaguar's going through a divorce. Next thing you they didn't fuck around and got engaged, and he's acting as her manager.
Okay.
He called me up, hey man, Jaguar, can she get him on the show? Of course she can.
Yeah.
And she and I've been, we connected because she's tied with Miss Chalet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
He brought her on the show, and she was very respectful for the most part. She got something to say about everything, and it was a hot show, Doc.
Got you. Well, appreciate that. Yeah.
It was a very hot show.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, I just was wondering where that relationship came when you was like, what's going on with you two? And I was like, where's that relationship started from? Well, it's good to hear all of that. But Alonzo, go ahead.
Go ahead. No. Well, that's one of the things that I've always, I don't get into a lot of controversy. I know I've always been kind of a laid back cat. I kind of, being an old school player, I don't get in everything. Everything ain't worth my time, worth my attention. So I just sit back and watch and see how the players gonna play and let them do what they do. And that's why one reason why I kind of sit. Like I said, I sit in the back, man. I sit in the back of the bus. I just watch everybody drive. Everybody drive and ride. That's all.
Appreciate that. Well, shout out to Alonzo and man, much success. I hope this documentary do what it's supposed to do. And we over here at Bomb First gonna do everything we can do to support it. And we really appreciate you guys. Y'all get out and vote and subscribe and check out this documentary for us.
Also, while we promote stuff, let me promote my Eve After Dark documentary.
Okay.
That's on my channel. I got 2 channels. I'm gonna have 2 documentaries. I have the Easy Street documentary. I've got to go back to that too. That's right. We got the Easy Street documentary, and we also have the Eve After Dark documentary, all on the Compton Entertainment channel. Download the app; it's free, and you can just click the link, and you'll see the Eve After Dark documentary. This the raw version of the documentary I did last year that won that was in the Pan African Film Festival, and it's about the Eve After Dark and this relationship to West Coast hip hop. Again, that's my club I owned back in 1979, and we're looking to open back up any day now. But I can't give up no dates because shit's been too crazy. Anyway, Easy Street. Let me hit that right quick. You did mention that right quick. Easy Street. We were in the middle of the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
Okay.
Okay. And when we had the idea of doing Easy Street, we realized it was going to take about a year to get all the pieces moving. But we didn't want to have to go through the hassle because Easy is a trademark.
Gotcha.
Now we got to go through lawyers. We didn't have no funding. This is something we did strictly out of love and respect for Easy. So we didn't have no money for this.
I remember we had did a show. I think it was on your channel where you had said, "Hey, I want to start trying to get this done." And I remember you took off from there. Yeah.
That's how I roll. When I get an idea, if I get an idea about something, I'm gonna make it happen, and I don't let money stop me from making it happen.
Exactly.
So we didn't get a whole lot of funding. My boy from Eva Star came in, a couple other folks came in, make sure we were able to throw a good event. For the most part, it could have got real litigious. The legal shit could have got fucked up, okay?
Yeah.
I didn't have time to go get no licenses. If you notice, even on our T-shirts, we don't use his name. We just use references to Easy, the glasses, the 6-fold, the R-sign, and things that reference Compton. Because again, when you start trying to license stuff, you change the whole dynamic. More money come into play. Lawyers get involved.
Well, who do you think was giving you a problem? Was it Tamika? Because I saw the mother was there and the son. So did you think you were going to have issues with Tamika or just Sony?
The family was there, but the family don't really control none of that.
Gotcha. I know that. Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
The family don't control that. So, and then we tried to reach out. We couldn't get no response.
Gotcha.
We 4 or 5 months in. Yeah. We ain't got a response yet. We still ain't got. We're a year past, about to celebrate the anniversary. We ain't got a response yet.
Gotcha.
So that's when we decided to pull the trigger on a sidestep move and just still show the love. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody appreciates what it represents. And we just have to go through all that legal stuff that was going to slow the process down.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we don't want to mess up nothing here, and so we'll leave it there. Yep.
We got some more things. While I got you.
Okay.
Let me give you all the details. So when you see the changes coming, you'll understand where it's coming from. I'm also the president of the Compton Entertainment Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
Okay. We're the ones that put the Easy Street together. The idea, made it happen the whole 9 yards in conjunction with the city of Compton. And there's an area right behind Easy Street, that a roundabout between the hotel That's fine. We're in the process of working a deal with the city to adopt that roundabout. So when people come to see the Easy Street sign, they'll have something to look for. They'll have a nice little area to take some pictures. And right now it's run down, hasn't had a lot of attention.
Yeah.
But we've already had conversation with the city manager and some of the city council members who are all in favor for that. So we're trying to take that whole little back lot back there and make it a tourist attraction. At some point in time, we're gonna get that metro stop opened on this side. So when people come in for the Olympics and other events, you can come by and check out Easy Street, check out the roundabout, check out the community garden we're working on that, and the murals. We got a bunch of stuff going on over there, man. So
good.
I just want to share that with y'all now, because
whatever happened to that I had heard some press about 3 or 4 years ago where Dre is supposed to give $25 million or something like that to build an art city or something, Compton art facility in Compton. Did that ever happen, or whatever happened to that?
That's all, man. That's almost done. It's at Compton High School.
That's at the high school. Okay.
It's the Andre Young Dr. Dre Performing Arts Center.
Okay.
I was by there other day, and they said it's gonna be open in January. It looks like it's about ready to open any day now, man. So it's definitely
did happen and it's coming.
It's what's happening.
Good. Okay.
It's happening.
Well, great, Alonzo, man. Shout out, man. Appreciate you coming over here and giving us this love and support. And we'll do whatever we can, like I said, to support us. So you know you can always do me, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks for reaching out.
All right. Peace.
I appreciate you. Peace.